for the final segment of this special show, reviewing what happened in 2013 and what we're going to see in 2014, in this segment particularly on the Detroit Auto Show. So, Karl, we're going to be a little bit colder than we are here. Now you are in Southern California, I'm in South Florida, so we're going to travel to Detroit to experience a little bit of weather over there, but we're going to see a lot of great new cars.
Yeah, we are. This show's going to be fun. The LA show was great. I liked it because it had so many fun cars like 911 turbos and WRXs and all that. And we're going to see a lot of the same thing here. We're going to see things like the new M3 and M4. We're going to see the Z06, the Corvette Z06. We're going to even see the 2 Series, which is really the two-door version of the 1 Series because of BMW's new naming convention. They've changed things, so they have to have a 2 Series now for the coupe and the convertible. But we'll see that there. We're going to see a Nissan concept car that I actually just got a sneak peek at last night, which really looked nice. So people are going to like that. Cadillac ATS coupe. So there's going to be a lot of cars there, but they're going to be everything I know of that's going to be there is like this fun, performance-oriented type of vehicle. I think the show's going to be loaded with that.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. I just remember 2008, 2009, that auto show in Detroit was like more than a funeral than a party.
No, that's exactly right. That's it. It's so nice to see shows that are like this again because, both of us probably wondered if we were going to even see a Detroit Auto Show in 2014 a couple of years ago, the way things were going for a while.
Yeah. And another car that we're going to see, and we passed a segment on the one before, we talked about like there's no bad cars in the market anymore, but I think the Chrysler 200, and with to be fair, that's the last car that the new command the Chrysler have not redesigned. So we're going to see the new version of the 200, which I think they are going to do a pretty good job with that car. They have to, I guess, because it's a high volume car for them, even that it's sold in fleets for most numbers, I would think. But the 200, I think, is probably going to be something, a big splash for Chrysler, no?
No, they know they've got to get this one right. They've done a lot of great work recently. The Jeep Cherokee is doing really well, I think, as you noted earlier, and the Dart's doing relatively well for them. The Ram is doing fabulous. The Ram truck, the Grand Cherokee is doing well, but they really need a mainstream mid-size sedan that goes up against the Accord and the Camry, and they need a good one because that's a dedicated and very competitive market. So the 200, I believe, is going to be a very well-executed car. If it follows the pattern of every other Chrysler product that's come out in the last 12 to 18 months under the new ownership, then I'm expecting great things from the 200.
Yeah, and it's a little bit funny how things have also changed for the auto shows. Nowadays, we're getting like tons and tons of information about what we're going to see there, and it's almost like no surprise. I mean, pretty much all the information about, for example, the C-Class from Mercedes-Benz, it's out. I mean, like the only thing left to see is like the actual car, and I'm sure some people, as you were mentioning with that Nissan concept, probably have seen the car. So pretty interesting to see. So do you expect any surprises, like real surprises at the auto show?
Not real ones. I mean, there is a lot of rumblings suggesting that Toyota is going to have a new Supra, which if you knew what the last Supra was like when it went out in '98, there's been a lot of anxious and impatient waiting because that was actually a really fabulous car. And Toyota is on this kind of new kick to have more fun and passion in all their products and in their image. So it's a perfect vehicle for them to launch at this point in time with what they want to do. And I have it on pretty good authority that we can likely expect to see something along those lines, some kind of a two-door sporty coupe that might actually be called the Supra. And I think that's fabulous. Again, this should be a fun show. Even if just all the stuff we know about shows up, it's going to be fun. And I think we might get a few surprises like that, like a Toyota Supra potentially. That would be great.
Yeah, I hope so. Because again, I mean, we're in the media, and probably obviously know a little bit more than we'll hope, right? Than the regular people out there. I mean, I know you do. I'm not sure about myself, but anyways. So.
What about the Mustang too? I mean, again, it's like what you just said about the C-Class and all the other cars. We've seen everything, but still, that'll be its kind of first official auto show debut, and I still consider that a hugely important car, and I'm anxious to see it on the show floor.
Yeah, absolutely, and that happened to me last year with the Corvette. Because again, all the information, the images, the videos were leaked, and it was one thing to see that. Then there was a second thing to actually see the car on the stand and the turntable and all that. And I wasn't really convinced about it. I mean, I kind of like it, but wasn't really sure about it. And then when I saw it on the streets and actually drove it, I mean, I fell in love. So yeah, the Ford Mustang was debuted globally, actually in 6 cities simultaneously last month, early this month actually. And it's gonna be like fun to see it and like see how what's the reaction of more people over there.
Yes. Yeah.
And what do you expect anything? We touched a little bit briefly about Tesla in the last segment. Do you expect for them to show up with something in there? I mean, there's plans for them to come up with a smaller version of the, I don't know if it's a smaller version of the S, the Model S, but they're also been talking about like having even a smaller car than that.
Yeah, they're trying to crack the code on a 200-mile, $40,000 electric car. And that would actually be a really impressive feat if they did it, because 200 miles gets you past a lot of the range anxiety people get from electric cars, and 40,000 is a price point much more digestible than the current Model S is at like 75 plus. So I don't know if we're going to see anything on that at Detroit, but we're definitely going to see something in like the next 12 months that will be very indicative of that car being in the pipeline and ready to go on sale. And it'll be challenging for them to do it. I mean, that's a lot of range and a low price given the price of battery technology, but if they can do it, it could be a huge boost for their total sales for the company.
Yeah, and also, I mean, what's been interesting to me seeing lately is that, for example, at the LA Auto Show, the Green Car of the Year award, there was only one hybrid. They're like the gas engine is obviously pretty strong. The gas prices are not as high, so. I mean, we are going to see hybrids and electrics and plug-ins and all those kind of technologies, but like the regular engines are still like pretty much the heart of the whole industry, and seems to be like for a long time, right?
Yeah, I like to paraphrase Mark Twain. You know, the death of the internal combustion engine has been greatly exaggerated. You know, they keep improving it, making it more fuel efficient, more clean burning, so there's no exhaust emissions, and there's a lot of life left there to continue to use gasoline, and gasoline remains the least expensive, most accessible form of energy to power a car, and so it's tough to replace it between the infrastructure challenges and the cost challenges with anything else.
Yeah. Well, Karl Brauer, 2013 went really fast, and this past hour went even faster. It's incredible. We talk about a lot of topics and different cars, models, and what's coming up. So thank you very much again for your time and your expertise and sharing that with us here at Auto 0 to 60. And I hope to obviously see you more often in 2014 and keep doing these radio shows with you, because I really enjoy it.
Right back at you, Javier. Have a great holiday, and look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks in cold Detroit, where hopefully we'll see enough cool cars that we'll forget about the temperatures, and our excitement will keep us warm. Yeah, and thank you, Karl. And just like briefly, can you remind our audience where can they look for all the information about Kelley Blue Book? Yeah, if they come to, we're Kelley Blue Book. It's like an 87-year-old brand, but KBB.com is our website, and we've got a lot of information there for new and used car purchasers and researching. Okay, thank you very much, Karl, and see you soon. Take care. Bye.
Bueno, esa fue la edición especial de Auto 060 para despedir el 2013. Muchas gracias a ustedes por la audiencia durante todo este año, a DJ Cafa y unos controles como siempre durante todo este año, y los espero en el 2014 con más de Auto 060. Yo soy Javier Mota y esto es Cristina Radio Network.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.